There we are.
Hey! Welcome to Tuesday night. We are the Raconteur Society, as usual, starting at our 6th-ish time. And welcome, everyone. Tonight, we're throwing down some something different. We're doing Ghostbusters.
Yay!
The role-playing game, the Ghostbusters International, was put out in the late 80s and early 90s, if I remember correctly, correct?
Yeah.
And we've been playing this game off and on for a while. I'll pass it down to Dale, who's going to be our
Ghostmaster.
master tonight. And take it away.
All right. So, yes, we are playing Ghostbusters. This is Ghostbusters International, the expanded one. They had Ghostbusters originally, came in a box, small box, and this is the second edition. Ghostbusters International has got some expanded rules and stuff like that. If you are looking for this book in print, be prepared to pay quite a bit. I know it's up there in price.
Sure
I got this back in 89 or 90 at our local Depot hobby shop.
I missed the Depot hobby shop.
I know. They had all kinds of...
Yeah.
Some of the...
Smells like burning ghost in here.
Yeah.
He's got the trap smoking.
Smells like burning dog hair. Our headquarters, because Ghostbusters is now an international franchise, but we are in the States. We are in Coopersville, Ohio. Anyway, 3-story building. There's the inside. You get the Quonset hut, which has been converted into the Ecto-1 garage and lab. And then the 3-story building is kind of their headquarters, the old watchtower. So these guys are Coopersville, Ohio branch, and nearby is the reserves branch, but they kind of work together quite a bit. So if you guys would like, do you want to go around and introduce your characters?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing Jackrabbit. His name is actually Jacob O'Hare, and he is a Ghostbuster whose goal is to capture Bigfoot. He's a cryptozoologist, so especially his cryptozoology. He has duct tape creations and fire weapon and survival as his skills. He is basically your like modern redneck type Ghostbuster. He doesn't have camouflage in his outfit like some people do.
There it goes.
Yeah.
But he's definitely backwoodish.
And you're from Minnesota, right?
Minnesota, yeah. He talks with a Minnesotan accent.
Hey.
And he's going to catch that Bigfoot. I'm telling you, it always turns into Italian for me. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
My character's Elizabeth Mayberry. She is a country girl that has basically known paranormal since she was a child. And after she grew up and out of high school, she went into paranormal research under basically the tutelage of Egon Spengler himself. Because of her level of intelligence, and of course her goals are keep the balance between the living and the paranormal world. She does sling shooting, good with animals. She can wrestle things, including calves. So she's all around a tough country girl.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, it's just blank. Keep going.
And I am Serling Pertwee. I'm a ex-patriot Englishman, and basically I was a paranormal researcher, and got involved with the Ghostbuster team here in Coopersville, Ohio. My specialties are library science research, boxing, sneak, and oratory. So I don't usually wear a Ghostbuster uniform. I've kind of got that slovenly Columbo Constantine type overcoat.
Well, I'd be Bubba Smith, and I am from Graceland. I am not so bright, but I like to fight, and I like the beverages that are alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and slapping pigs, and slop, and anyway, I'm an inventor. I have a brains of one, but my skill is inventing stuff, which is always interesting.
And I will be playing Steve Chase. He's my character, usually just an NPC, but he's a lot of fun to have around. He's kind of the main guy. He is also sort of an inventor. He's
The straight man.
he's the straight man. Yeah.
As
pretty
opposed to a
much.
crooked man.
Yeah. He's kind of the Winston of the group, I guess. Yeah.
Our main driver and mechanic for
Yeah.
the
Thanks for
XL1.
joining, Jenny Pounders.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you.
He's got a brains of 4.
Jamie Dodgers. What?
His talent is parapsychology. He's got muscles of 2, and he has carry stuff. His moves is 3, and he has drive, and his cool is 3, and he has handle stress, which comes in handy with this group sometimes. So yes, those are our characters that we'll be playing this evening. Ghostbusters itself is from West End Games, out of print. But if you're familiar with the D6 or the Open D6 system, this is kind of the granddaddy. This and Star Wars, which was also by West End Games.
Good evening, Mr. Smith.
Hello,
Oh,
Mr.
hello.
Smith.
This is the granddaddy of the D6 system. So simple system to run. And I have a story already. And for those of you at home, I wrote this for a bachelor party. So
Oh boy.
good for you. If you're home and if you're watching and you have alcoholic beverages, this is a
Beverages?
drinking game.
Beverages?
Beverages. This is a drinking game. So for those of you at home, if you want to try and get utterly trashed, you can join on with us.
You got enough alcohol?
But we don't promote alcoholic drinking. Drink responsibly, and always have a designated driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't drink and drive.
I'm not doing the whiskey.
Please don't be drinking
No.
and driving while watching the Raconteur. That's probably very distracting anyway.
I know watching us will drive you to drink.
Yes. Every time a player rolls a ghost, they take a drink. Every time they spend brownie points, they take a drink. And every time they get slimed, they take a drink. So that's your drinking game.
With how many times I've been a ghost, like the last time we played, you
Last
guys
time
beat
you would have been
Tinker.
so trash.
Oh my gosh, I was having a bad night.
So yes, the fun thing about rolling a ghost when you're running the game, you really have to think on your feet. So you were all sitting around
Right, want to catch
the
things on fire, cheerfuls.
you're all sitting around the headquarters in Coopersville, Ohio, doing whatever you're doing. Steve,
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know if this will work. I like chicken fat and all, but
Steve's probably in the basement, just doing a regular tune-up on the equipment, checking over the ecto containment unit, make sure it's safe and sound, and
you having with your
not
problem with
having
your combs.
problems.
Yeah, I just won't light up, and I'm like,
This is the first night we've ever had the Raconteur Society meeting where we had to worry about fire safety.
So you guys are all sitting around the Ghostbusters headquarters.
I'm playing poker with Bubba.
don't
and winning.
thank
Okay,
God.
Yeah.
Whatever.
sounds good.
All right, go fish.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, I
Go
will.
fishing.
I got
Uh,
this. All right.
Sterling is trying
That's
to make
$20 more, Bubba.
All right, dang. I ain't got a bass or anything yet. All I got is these 3 aces and 2 kings.
Nope, that ain't gonna win. That's
No,
that's the
all right,
that's the-
give me 6 cards.
no,
then.
that's the worst losing hand on the planet.
Yeah. I
Yeah, you
figured.
owe me $4,000 now.
Oh, I can't. Well,
Yeah.
good thing this is Monopoly money.
Go fish.
Go fish. That's what I'm trying to finish.
While you guys are playing, I've been working on this door. I finally WD-40'd it, but this is the best you're gonna get.
WD-40 dip? What'd you say?
That sounds amazing. That there sounds amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't hear
Y'all
nothing.
betcha.
you betcha.
I don't hear nothing. Maybe it's broke.
It could be.
Okay. So you guys are are upstairs doing that.
Hey,
I'll
we
just
got a
leave it at
ceiling.
When did that get there?
I
Eh?
don't know.
He's gonna bounce off the walls
All
forever.
right, thanks, Claire. I'm closing the hood.
that. All right. So as you close the hood, you notice
Put the motor dry down.
the cat,
Oh, it hurts.
Jinx, is on the hood. And I don't know if
baby.
have you met Jinx before?
I think this is the first time that she has met Jinx.
Okay. So you close the hood, and there is this transparent, glowing, bluish cat that looks like calico, but it's obviously a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of, when you close the hood, it looks like she's sitting on the hood, but she must have just went through it or something. And she just starts cleaning herself, looking at you.
Well, hi, sweetie. Of course, I'm good with animals.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you doing?
She starts purring and kind of saunters over, waiting for you to pet her.
No, you
Yeah,
little kitty,
yeah, it's like-
kitty cat.
And yeah, you're like, oh, kind
Yeah.
of slimy.
Yeah.
But she immediately just kind of like sits down next to you and kind of looks at you and curls up. You guys are upstairs continuing your card game. Steve's in the basement. Where were you at? Probably in the library in the.
I was
console?
probably in the library above,
Bubba will probably be
above
above
the actual, yeah.
Okay.
Bubba will probably be in the basement shortly.
As you guys are kind of getting around, you hear the ring.
The ring! The ring!
All right.
Okay.
Plop my book down, I run down the stairs, head
Bubba, put the WD-40 away. We gotta
head
go.
over for
got
the,
it. Sorry.
the main building.
Sauron's calling. He wants the One Ring. What?
Oh,
Sorry, honey, I gotta go.
the weird
Slam on
things
my
that Jock
leg.
got to get our
Okay,
head is
yeah.
very strange.
I'm ready.
You gotta wait.
She basically
You gotta
kind
see
of
me out of
runs
range.
after you in
Aw.
midair, so she follows you into the
I
building.
jump onto
Yeah.
the pole and slide down.
Steve comes out of the up from the basement, and he looks like he has some scorch marks around, like he's got his goggles up and it's
Right.
black around here.
Right.
He's like, okay, don't use proton pack number 4 yet. I'm still working on it.
Well, I'm not planning on it.
Good. So you guys get up, and there is your secretary, Shania
Shania.
Jones. She's a college girl, African American, 22. She's kind of cute. Needed a job, stays because it's never boring. And she's now interested in the occult. She's always got books on parapsychology. She's trying to learn all this stuff. And then
And
Jinx,
I'm probably having mentor discussions with her.
yeah, you and Steve both have been probably educating her on parapsychology because you have the occult, right?
Mhm.
And he has parapsychology. So between the two of you, you're kind of getting her up to speed. Her goal is to get paid fairly.
Well, that ain't gonna happen with us.
Probably not. So anyway,
we get paid.
huh? Yeah, you hope. Anyway, she shuts off the alarm as you guys come in, and she's got her notepad finishing up a note. And she's like, "Oh, you guys got a call. It sounded pretty desperate."
Well, they gotta be.
They usually are.
As usual, I'm trying to beat Steve to the driver's seat.
Oh yeah, well you're not even there yet. He's all like,
Yeah.
so basically, she's like, "Okay, you got to go out near the fairgrounds, one of the parks out there. They're having Oktoberfest, and there's some sort of disturbance out there." So
Did I hear right? They're having Oktoberfest?
yeah, it's kind of fall time.
We can't let Bubba go.
So yeah, basically, you guys, she's like, it's out at the fairgrounds, gives you the directions and kind of the address. She's like, apparently got big signs up. So head on out there. There's some sort of disturbance.
I'll
They-
put on
they
my
need to have.
suit and get in the van. Get
Okay.
in the truck. Oh, wait,
So- This is the part where we get equipment.
do we have a replica vehicle or do we have a,
You got a replica vehicle.
okay, I thought we had something else.
Now the reserves have that big old RV.
Yeah, that's right.
They have the big RV.
Sorry.
So
We played 2 different games of this, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep things straight.
I guess, yeah, it'd be the Ecto vehicle that you have right now.
Yeah, that's what guys Jackrabbit always trying to drive.
Okay, so
Thank you for joining Penny Lane 082.
just so you know,
Right,
just so
buddy?
you guys at home know, they all have their own uniforms, but the Ghostbusters, the way I run it, you're a franchise. You get one beige suit or 2 beige suits, a white suit, a black suit. Black is for night missions or whatever, and white suits are for like opening ceremonies at a mall, that kind of thing. Used car dealership promotions. And then you get one suit that you can design yourself. So I know Steve just has an extra beige suit. He's like, I don't need anything special. I'll just take an extra suit. Yours is probably your trench coat because it's got the Ghostbuster symbol. So that's your kind of uniform. Bubba, yours is just a beige suit. Or did you have? Well, you have the cowboy hat with the Ghostbusters logo
Yep.
on the headband.
I do have a Elvis version.
With the collar and the
Big
rhinestones.
and rhinestones.
I
It
remember
is. It is the Ghostbuster tan. But
The
you know,
beige.
yeah,
Okay.
beige. But it is fully off that with a big rhinestone Ghostbuster Ringo on the back.
Okay.
Now that's kind of the mall one, and just general, put the fear of Elvis in them.
Put the fear of Elvis in.
Yeah.
The fear of Bubba.
Fear of Bubba.
Okay. So you guys grab whatever uniform you want to wear, and now we get to the part where we choose equipment. So what do you guys want to take with you?
Oh, definitely a proton pack.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me get that. I should have sorted these out before. Okay, I'll do this. Proton pack. Let's do it this way. Who all wants a proton pack?
Yeah, I do.
I guess all of us.
Okay. Who wants a ghost trap?
I do.
Ditto.
Ditto. You want a ghost trap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bubba, you want a ghost trap?
Sure, I'll take Ghosty Trap.
There's plenty to go around.
There should
So.
Yeah.
be. Okay. Who would like a walkie-talkie?
I would.
I'd like one.
Walkie-talkie, you want one? Anybody else want a walkie-talkie? Might split up into groups, but you got two. So that'll be, well, Steve will take one. Okay, you've all got proton packs, so nobody can have the slime blowers. So don't need that. Ectovisors. Anybody want ectovisors? Okay. Steve, you want one?
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
Geared up.
PKE meter?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes. I think Steve will take one. All right. So we got here. Scuba gear. Anybody need scuba gear? So.
It's Oktoberfest. We gotta have the beach kit.
And there's no experimental equipment this time, so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe next time we'll have some fun experimental equipment.
Okay, you got your traps. I got
All right.
2 traps.
So you guys get the address and you start heading out. Yeah. You and Steve run to the car, and as you get to the driver's side, beep beep, he locks it.
Oh,
in the
you put
passenger
that
side,
in this
scoots
thing?
over into the driver's seat. Beep beep. So
You insisted. I wired it in, so it's.
whoa, that was happy.
I have no idea what just happened.
That was the ejector seat.
Right.
Oopsie.
So I put a firecracker
Yeah,
on
wait
that
until you
thing.
get outside before you activate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was supposed to be a whale and jetting sort of thing, but it didn't work.
Mass War Club Gaming just joined us. Hi.
Yay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
So anyway, you guys peel out of the Quonset hut, down the airstrip, out on the road. As you guys get going, you kind of look at the notes. Apparently, Oktoberfest is happening out near the fairgrounds at one of the little parks out there.
Mhm.
It is the site of a RenFaire sometimes, and it looks like they're going to kind of combine the two. There's a RenFaire and the Oktoberfest going on at the same
Kind
time.
of like Big River Steamboat Festival and the Missouri Renaissance Fair
Yeah,
at
that's
the same
right.
time.
So what is it? What is it? A Renox or
Yeah, it's
A
Oktoberfest.
RenFaire?
Where you have it's German.
Oktoberfest?
It's
So
German.
they're German?
Your German culture, yeah.
October
It's all about beer and sausages.
Like beer, sausage, and pretzel.
That's why I said he can't go.
Apparently, the owner of the Oktoberfest is a man named Hugo Blumfeld.
Hugo.
Or Blumfield. And he's putting on the Oktoberfest. And he's got some problems, or having some problems out there. And he needs Ghostbusters real quick. The owner of the RenFaire, Arthur Mason, is also there. And he was kind of shouting in the background, who's going to pay for it? What do you need them for? We can. It's ambiance. So basically, you hear that. She mentioned that on the call. It looks like they're having some poltergeist activity, but people have actually spotted a ghost or two wandering around near the woods. So they're really kind of freaking out. And most people are staying, but there are people starting to leave, and they don't want that. So you guys get out there. It's obviously out toward the edge of town, near the country. You guys pull up.
Bubba's gonna still be like zoning out for a second.
Okay.
Because now he's imagining glasses of beer with a big sausage in it and stacked with pretzels.
Oh, wait till you see the Oktoberfest wenches.
The big booby went.
Tents and vendors and all that stuff. You see people dressed in costumes, it looks like from a distance. A lot of people in street clothes, but there are people in costumes. So As you pull up and find a place to park, which is you can get right up front if you really want to.
You're the one driving, so Steve's driving.
Yeah, Steve's going to pull up as close to the front as he can without blocking anything. As you guys get out, you see two people walking out, and one of them has like a two-wheel dolly with like a big cooler thing on it, and the other guy is carrying like the big walkie, like suitcase cooler thing behind him. And they have like wares with them. It looks like they've packed up some sort of food, like they're vendors, and they're walking out. One guy looks like he's been flame broiled. He's got the lines across his face and across his shirt. He's okay, but he's just got the line. And you see him, he's still smoking as he walks a little bit. And he's kind of mumbling to something. The guy next to him has... he looks like a fairly stout-looking guy, but he's covered in mustard and sauerkraut.
Oh.
And they seem to be walking next to each other and seem to be arguing. When you get out of the car, one of them's like, well, it's not worth $2,000 prize money, that's for sure. He's like, yeah, that was the best sauerkraut I made. Now I'm wearing it. So they kind of come walking past you guys.
Hey, what happened here?
What happened here? Well, we were attacked by our stalls, by our vendors.
It's like a dream come true.
The guy looks at you like, you want another taste?
Hell.
Okay, that's $4.
Hands him 100.
He kind of puts his thing down. He's like,
So what happened?
Eat me.
The one guy's like, well, I was cooking burgers for the contest, and basically,
What contest?
the Burger Master contest that they're having going. I was cooking burgers, and all of a sudden, something hit me from behind and held me down on the grill, and I fought my way up with a spatula. Finally, whatever it was let go, so I got off, and all my burgers were ruined.
Goodness, I'm surprised you're not burnt to death.
I'm okay.
I poke him.
Yeah, I'm done.
No, I was just making sure you're alive.
Yeah, I'm fine. The other guy's like, yeah, and I was getting ready to sell out some Bratwurst, and basically all my condiments just flew right at me. And these are homemade. I mean, come on. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and now it's all wasted.
They're really good.
Well, thank
Where
you.
were your booths at?
Where's
They kind of inside row 6 toward the back.
you got any more bratwurst?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, they were ruined.
That's terrible.
He's like, I gotta go. I need to clean up. I smell delicious.
I want to eat myself.
So
All right.
they kind of continue.
We
on
should
their
go
way.
to that booth and check it out. Eh?
Yeah, you might have some brat. I saved a little bit off his back.
You got some back brats?
I got back route.
You got a gout in your back brat?
I got his back route.
That sounds like a
Oh,
medical problem.
where'd you get it out of him? Off of him?
Well, he was
Hopefully off of him, not out of him.
he was getting away, so I reached, and I don't know where I reached, but I got something. That's all that matters.
You don't know where you reached, but you got something, Bubba.
Yep.
Thank
There's
you.
never a dull moment with you.
As you guys walk into the banner, you see right ahead of you is like the ticket booth, or the admission booth,
Right,
and there are two guys there, and they're kind of like talking animatedly,
right.
and one of them kind of looks at his watch and then looks over and sees you guys. So the two guys you see, one is a pretty thin, scrawny guy, but he's got like the little pot belly, you know, and he's got like this little pencil-thin mustache, and he's dressed as Robin Hood.
Potbelly
Robin Hood with potbelly.
Yeah, and he's balding.
Later years.
So it's basically like, oh, it's Robin Hood if he owned like a backroom shop or something.
Robin
Gold
Hood, the golden
shoes.
years.
Yeah. The guy he's talking to is a guy, big, heavy set belly, stocky. He's got a big handlebar mustache. He's like a full foot shorter than the Robin Hood guy, but he is wearing full blown lederhosen.
Oh, wow.
You know, the whole thing. Socks.
I'm
shoes.
jealous.
Oh, wow.
He's standing there, and they seem to be talking, and the
That's
short
an
guy,
Alpine kit.
the short,
I
yeah,
didn't realize that was German.
I bet he's got a flap
the
jacket.
short guy looks at his watch and glances up, and the Robin Hood kind of looks your way too.
Hi.
The The Ghostbusters.
Yes, we are.
Good, good. I'm glad you got the call. We need your help.
Okay.
There's something going on in here.
Well, we talked to those vendors over there.
Yeah,
and they said that
I
they
got some sauerkraut.
got attacked by their food. So we want to look at that for sure.
All right. Well,
What else have you had happen?
Well, there's been some ghosts spotted out near the edge of the woods. A couple of them, supposedly. I haven't seen them myself. Neither of us have seen them.
What'd they look like?
He said he didn't see them.
Yeah, they were described as a barbarian, a wizard, and a ranger.
It was crazy.
That's a weird ghost.
They were over there. And the
Death
vendors,
by Snoo Snoo.
the vendors had problems back there, but there also has been some activity over on the other side.
Okay, now wait a minute. Oh, almost dropped my coleslaw. Sauerkraut.
Where'd you find coleslaw? He didn't even have any of that on him.
I don't know. It looks a little weird.
This is getting strange.
Yeah. Now, when did this first occur, and who or what? Has there been any other problems previously at this location? I read it like you asked me.
Yeah, that's a legitimate question. Yeah, has there been anything else that's happened at different times?
The Bloomfield, he's like, I don't know of any other things, but this started happening about an hour ago. Was the first incident, and it's just been getting more and more prevalent.
Have you had any deaths on the property?
Arthur immediately kind of like does that. Well, roll your brains, and if you have anything that would allow you to notice or pick up on clues, you can roll that. A 2. Okay.
5, 9.
Oh shit!
It's Stimpy.
Did they add them all? Is it the highest die, or is it all add together?
No, it's highest die.
Highest die.
So they do
6
do
and a
they
ghost.
Huh?
Do they pop?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You add them together because your target number can be anywhere from 1 to 30. So
13 and a ghost.
13 and a ghost.
Does 6 and a pop?
15, no ghost.
How much? 15 and a ghost?
Does
No
the pop
ghost.
or not?
No, they don't. You just total them up.
10 no goes.
10 no ghost. Okay. So you two,
I have no ghost.
right. You two, as Jackrabbit asks, has anybody died out here? You notice the Robin Hood fella kind of does this. Oh. He doesn't like, kind of plays it off like he doesn't want to say anything. You instantly see that he does this. Oh. And you're pretty sure you offended him somehow.
Oh no!
Like maybe some loved one of his died, and you probably shouldn't have brought that up.
Oh, I'm sorry that your loved one died. I hope it wasn't. Who was a quick death?
No, it's not how you address it. No. I put his hand on his shoulders and said, honey, I know this is painful, but a lot of people are getting hurt here and more could get hurt. Could you give us more information on what's going on here and who's passed? We need to know.
Well, it was
What happened?
Not a loved one.
One of his family died.
No.
No.
Oh my God,
no.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't a
Here,
family.
have some sauerkraut. It's
No, it's not a family member. I don't need
I want
sauerkraut.
that.
Boy, get that away from me.
Bubba, put down the food and
You
pay
can see
attention.
Bloomfeld is like, oh, that's the homemade stuff.
Yeah.
So Bubba's like handing it like it's guacamole dip.
It probably is.
Every once in a while, they're listening to the story, just. But Arthur's like, it was not a loved one or a family member. Look, we've rented this place out before for RenFaires, and we used to have a LARPing group come through here.
Oh,
So a couple of years ago, we had a LARPing group, and there was an accident.
What kind of
Did they
accident?
die?
I believe they did. Yes,
Was it family?
What
it
happened?
wasn't family, not my family.
You don't have. You can admit it. It's okay.
It's not. My
I know
family.
it's hard.
What actually happened?
From what I understand from the people who were involved in that LARPing event, there were 3 LARPers, and they were going to fight the big bad of the day, and they decided, and there was a big thunderstorm the day before, and one of the trees had been struck by lightning, I guess. And at this point, they were playing, it wasn't raining or anything, but it was a little bit windy, and they called upon the powers above to fall upon their enemy, and the tree fell and crushed all 3 of them. The LARPing group was pretty devastated, so they actually disbanded shortly after that.
You lost your family because of this? I am so sorry.
They weren't a family,
No,
Jack.
they weren't.
They
part
were
of my
people
family.
they didn't know, but they got squished by trees.
Yeah, I believe that story.
So the tree is a higher power that they worship?
He's like, oh, I don't think any of them were druids.
Something was in that
I think
sauerkraut.
they summoned something.
What the hell's a druid? Is that what their priests are called?
Well, druids are a type of
But that
priest.
might be
Oh.
something later. Like maybe they summoned something, but right now it's probably their ghosts running around. We better get over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to put these
Could you
druid
show us
priests
where
free.
this tree was that fell?
I don't know where the tree was. I just
Oh.
rent the facility.
Well-
I don't know exactly where the tree was that fell.
Can you take us to where you've seen the ghosts?
Well, like I said, they gave us a general direction.
Can you
Just
take
then,
us to where the? Oh,
just then, you hear some screaming, shouting a little farther in.
I run.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We're
Head
going.
okay,
I'm like, you hold on to that.
he's like, "Oh, don't forget to vote for your favorite burger for the Burger Master competition. $2,000 prize." That's the heavy set guy,
Right.
Bloomfield. So he shouts that after you. You guys start running toward the sounds. As you kind of get up there, you see what looks like there's somebody with a big gas grill,
Mhm.
and they've got stacks of like hot dog roasting sticks and propane tanks and all this stuff. And it's like this huge thing, and with a brick oven behind it, like a Renaissance looking. So they're making brick oven pizzas and stuff. And he's got burgers on the grill. But they're backing, the two guys who are working there in their aprons are backing away in horror. And as they back into the edge of the stove, they move away from that. People are backing away from the booth. The grill is shifting and starting to like get taller. And it's shifting, and you see the brick oven pizza, the brick oven kind of like lift up. It's got like the where they put the pizzas in
Mhm.
and two vents. And as it looks like it's hovering, you notice that starts to look like a grimace, and the two vents kind of start glowing from inside, like this eerie charcoal or like red hot coals from inside the grates, look like eyes. And as it kind of gets up and reassembles itself, the grill and the pizza oven kind of combine to form this, for lack of a better word, a golem. And
Holy
it
crap.
basically has in one hand, it looks like Wolverine, but it's got like the hot dog.
Hot dog
Sticks.
sticks, yeah.
And on the other one, it's got like basically 3 spatulas. And the opposable thumb looks like basically a pair of tongs. And it kind of gets up and it starts moving.
Oh, I
Light it
jerk,
up, boys!
jerk my wand and go to town.
Let's
Well,
go.
okay then. If you want to get your proton pack ready. too?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So as it does this, it's going to turn. So everybody's going to draw their neutrino wand.
Yep.
Time to go to work, Betty.
Okay. Once you guys kind of draw, you see the brick oven kind of look, and immediately it. You can make a muscles or a move roll. If you have dodge, you can use that. You are going to get out of the way of a flaming flying pizza.
Flaming flying pizza.
What's
Yeah.
the difficulty?
You are going to need. Yeah. I'd say a 9 or better.
13.
9, no ghost.
I got 12 no ghost.
13, no ghost.
Okay.
Can I grab the pizza?
You can try.
All right.
That would be your moves, and if you have grab stuff
No,
or
I got pizza.
wrestle.
Pizza.
So for you, it's gonna be, well, you are obsessed with pizza. I'll give you a 9 anyway. And don't forget, you can spend brownie points.
You do that before or after you roll?
You can do it either.
So
Because if you want brownies,
the brownies give you what?
An extra die. 1 brownie point is 1 extra die.
I spend 2 more die. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
I really made it.
Okay.
I'm like, pizza.
So this game comes flying at you. For those of you at home, you have to drink twice now. 1 for his ghost and 1 for that. This flying pizza comes at you like a flaming hot frisbee, and you guys move out of the way, and Steve is just like, this way. And he's like,
No, no.
Jumping like
Bubba
Grab like a
comes out
dog.
like a dog, bites it out of the air, lands on his feet. And as he does, some of the pepperonis like fly off and hit Steve, and he's like, ah! He's like trying to take him off his face. and
Pepperoni
really-
burns on his
oh, like his face is peeling. Ah!
So Bubba lands on the ground like you caught a frisbee.
Yep.
And there's like sauerkraut flying, and
There's sauerkraut on the pizza? Holy crap.
so the
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's so hot. Oh.
yeah, all the topping comes off and hits your chin, so it's like really hot.
Ah!
So you guys have reacted. What are you gonna do? This
Fire.
thing is moving at you. Fire.
Fire.
Okay, you three are shooting.
Fire.
You've got a pizza in your mouth.
Yeah.
You gonna
Oh,
try-
I need a beverage because it's hot.
Okay.
I'm holding up like looking for a drink. I need something liquid.
Okay. You look over and there's a huge barrel of water.
Like there's barrels of water at an
Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Now we are getting unreal.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it's the RenFaire.
Oh, right.
So there's a huge barrel of looks like fresh water right there.
Oh, all right.
Bloosh.
As you dunk your face in, you feel something come in with you, and you notice the guy who's talking to a vendor takes the flaming hot sword that he's pounding out and just steam everywhere.
My beard goes.
Bubba comes up, looks like his face has been hit with a dryer. His beard is sticking
Got
out.
melted cheese. Pepperoni.
With the sword, kind of like, it's a ghost! And he looks like he's gonna attack Bubba, but two people like hold him back. No, we gotta get
No,
away
he's a
from
real
it.
guy.
That's what you get for being a bottomless pit.
No, he's a real man.
Yeah.
Being a real boy.
So you guys can shoot at the ghost.
Be a real boy. Well, shooting is my thing, so.
And let's see where.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hold on a second.
No, it's the die, the amount of dice plus the ghost die, right?
Now, Ghost Die is one of
Is one of the
dice.
dice.
One of the dice, so you're rolling.
It is clarifying.
Now, this shooting is the moves.
Moves.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
you have a
Nothing
fire
pops,
weapon,
right?
that works. You're going to need.
Ooh. I got 11 with a ghost.
11 with a ghost. You're probably going to need a 13 to hit this thing.
22, no ghost.
9. 9 no ghost.
9 no ghost and 11 no ghost. Is that what you said?
You have a
Dennis?
ghost.
11 with a ghost.
With a ghost. Okay. All right. And Steve is kind of backing off, getting the pepperoni off his face. Okay, so you and you hit it almost dead on.
Aiming for the mouth.
And what'd you roll? 22?
22, no
Okay,
ghost.
So
Wow.
that would be
Shooting is my specialty.
oh, okay.
Busting makes me feel good.
All right. So you hit it, and you see chunks of the brick oven fly off, and all this stuff, burgers, and it looks like his gut is where the grill is. So when you hit it, like a bunch of bratwurst and burgers fall off, and people are like, "You disemboweled it!" all over.
That's right.
Yeah. Anastasia, you fired. You kind of glanced off one of its arms and like bent a spatula, but it didn't really do too much, but it did a little bit. And Serling, you're kind of like, oh. And as you get ready to shoot, you hear, it's a ghost next to you, and you just whip around and blow that barrel to smithereens. And then you're like, that wasn't what I was aiming for. And by the time you swing
You're
back,
glad your head wasn't in that time, Bubba.
Yeah.
as you swing back, you don't let
Same
off
one
the
that Bubba
trigger
had
in
his head
time,
in.
so you kind of
Just
scorch one of the
must
tents,
slide it.
and then you're like, whoops. So over there by Bubba, he's like, the sword guy's like,
Then the barrel explodes.
the barrel explodes. There, the sword guy and the two vendors are soaked. You see Bubba, it just kind of, and his beard just kind of drapes back down, washes all the stuff off, and he's like, I feel good. But
I had a bath finally.
he's completely wet.
Yeah.
So, and after that happens, you guys are like, I feel pretty good. And the tent next to him is burning. The
Oh,
people
shit.
inside are like, what the? Trying to put it out with tapestries. So, you guys hit that. Steve,
This was a great first.
I want to see this part. I want to see that whole thing animated. Where he
That would
hits
be-
the barrel
that would be funny.
and then everything and oh my god.
So the ghost is going to kind of get a swing in at you guys again.
Yeah, spit it in the pizza at us.
Yep.
Ugh, 2. Hach Tui. What the heck, man? Like I've been up all day. Oh wait, I was.
Okay. So basically, it and all this hot charcoal and ash just comes spewing out of it towards you guys.
Oh crap!
You are gonna get hit unless you make a muscles move
Muscles
or
or
a moves roll, and you are going to need. You're gonna need a 22 to get out of the way.
Oh crap!
Oh,
Oh my god!
Jesus,
3
you're not in the
dice.
way.
You're not in the way.
I have survival. Does that count?
No, but you don't forget you
Yeah,
can
well-
spend brownie points too.
I'm gonna spend some brownie points.
Okay.
So how do brownie points work?
So every time you spend one, you get an extra die to roll. And you can spend as many as you like.
I'm gonna have to spend 3.
I'm spending 6.
6.
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
And 6 dice.
I only got 16, no ghost.
I don't like being put on fire.
How much you got, have or better?
22.
I got 20, 23 no ghost.
Steve is spending 8.
Actually, I gotta go one more roll. 7, 8, 9.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
32.
12, 21, 28. No ghost.
No ghost on the 32 either.
Because I had to use a
32 no
lot of
ghost?
brown to get my butt out of there.
28, no ghost.
Yep.
Didn't make it, no ghost.
No ghost. Okay. Steve rolled a 32 and a ghost.
Oh crap! Oh no!
And Bubba doesn't have to roll. He doesn't
Yep.
have to roll. He's out of the way.
Yep, I'm over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bubba would be the safest one. He's wet.
So it basically
Yeah.
spits all this charcoal and ash at you guys, and you three manage to dodge it.
Right.
Okay?
Whoa!
So you get out of
Yeah.
the way. You don't,
Mhm.
and basically as it kind of hits you, it starts to gets in your pockets. So it's like bouncing off, and you're like, "Ooh, that's hot!" And then you're like, you notice his hips are smoking,
Oh no!
and you feel like, "Ooh, ooh, something went down my front pocket." So you're gonna be doing kind of get the hot potato dance going,
Yeah.
trying to get these charcoal bits out of your pockets. Or, well, you actually notice there was a lot of water over there, so you can do either one. You're gonna be busy with that.
Go up and hug Bubba. You'll be fine.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Steve actually does the like the Matrix.
Right?
Yeah, that's awesome. I just dodged everything. And then that tent, the wind picks up, and the tent basically lands on him,
No.
and it's on fire.
Oh no!
And he's like, "What the crap?" Fighting his way out, and it's he's not on fire, but everything around him, he's surrounded by a ring of fire and covered in canvas.
Steve fell into
So
a
he-
burning ring of fire.
Fire.
Basically trying to fight his way out of a burning
giant
paper bag.
fire.
And it burns, burns, burns.
That's on fire. That tent's on
Bubba,
fire.
you have a chance to do something.
All right, well, I'm soaking wet, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll save you, little buddy. Woo! Laying on the
He's gonna
tent,
sugar
him,
over
and I just squish everything and roll
Okay.
around, put up a fire,
Sauerkraut.
and poor Steve.
Roll your muscles.
saving Steve or Sterling.
Steve because he looks like he's on fire.
Yeah.
You're just smoking a little bit. I'm not too sure. So
And of course, you guys see Steve. Ah, they're flame. Ghost! People start scattering again,
All right.
thinking it's a ghost.
Everybody out of here.
18 and a ghost.
18 ghosts.
Oh, good lord. It's about time.
All right.
Here we go.
Get your shots going on.
You actually, they had like the ropes
Yeah.
sectioning off like where
Yeah.
the sword guy was. You climb them like a turnbuckle and like. You do the Jimmy Superfly Snuka. You jump in the air. People are like, "It's a ghost!"
Yeah.
And you land right on top of Steve. And you basically stop, drop, or roll. So you remember in the movie Strange Brew where they were steamrolling each
Yeah.
other?
Yes.
You land on Steve. He's like, "Get off of me!" And you just start steamrolling him. And keep in mind, Bubba's like 6'2", 6'3".
I look over and say, "Oh, he's gone into the death roll.
310 pounds.
Yeah,
He's gone into the death roll. He's not going to make it."
6'10", and Steve is 5'8" and like 195 pounds. So you basically
Oh,
and
good
rub him into the
lord.
ground. You do manage to put up the fire because
All
you
right.
roll enough,
Yep. Good.
but you basically a little uncomfortable because your backpack is kind of hitting something lumpy.
Oh.
As you get done, you stand up, pull the canvas off, and Steve is literally like, if you look at him from the side, his backpack and like half of his body is embedded,
Embedded in the ground.
Oh,
and he's just like, "I'm fine."
he's much more in a grill.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks for saving me. Don't ever save me again. Okay, so you guys dodge the stuff. You're still working on your pockets. You two can do something.
Fire again.
Fire
Yep,
again.
Darn
Okay.
right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sterling, as you're getting the stuff out of your pockets, you had ectovisors, didn't
I'm
you?
gonna
Yeah.
have four. Two
Did you
more
have
dice.
those on at all?
Not they were just on my forehead,
Okay.
not actually
Okay.
looking through
So
them.
you get those out of your pockets, and as you do, you notice your ecto goggles are falling down kind of in your way.
Mhm.
I'm 16.
They kind of fall down, you pull them down.
Mhm.
You see what's animating this thing.
Uh-huh.
It's not human. It's kind of what's a class 5, which is a non-human vaporous apparition. Kind of like Slimer. But this thing is like super fat. And it's kind of got this, how would I describe it? The head of it looks like a camel, right? So it's got the big kind of and the horse teeth. Looks really grins, and it's got this big dopey grin. But the eyes are kind of insectoid. And you notice it has like kind of a mohawk. And it goes down to this big fat body with these little tiny arms and these little tiny legs and a tail. And it looks like it's hovering inside of the oven. So when you look at it, you can't see it, but that's the spirit that's in it. That's animating it. So you see that. You guys fire?
Yep.
Yes.
What'd you get?
16, no ghost.
All right.
26 no goes.
Ooh, okay. So you guys zap into this thing, and it bursts apart. The brick oven goes flying into bits. The grill falls on the ground, slams and bends. And left in the dust, you see this thing I just described, and it kind of does the woo, and spins and turns to run away or
Oh,
fly
no.
away.
No way.
Okay.
Growl!
Okay. So somebody's gonna have to throw out a trap. And okay, so
That, yeah.
so you're gonna throw out the trap, Sterling. Okay, and it kind of bounces along the uneven ground, goes out to the end of the cable. You two want to try and capture it again?
Yep.
Yeah. You can switch to a capture stream, and all you got to do is shoot it and try and catch it.
Okay.
Get in!
I already rolled to shoot once, so is that it? What, blew it apart? Or?
Yeah, that's what blew it apart. So this is the actual capture stream.
Ah, shoot.
20 even.
20 even.
No ghost.
Okay.
9, no ghost.
Okay. So you get your capture stream on it, and it's kind of moving around, and you don't get yours on it, Anastasia.
Mm-mm.
So you can try again.
Wear
Get
him
the
down.
frickin'
Shoot
stream
him.
on.
Wear him down.
And Rob, we have to make an opposed roll
Okay.
to see if it can break out of there.
Okay.
That's better. 12, 18, 23 no ghost.
That's as best as you could possibly do.
Yep.
Otherwise, the amount on the ghost die does not count if it comes up as a ghost.
Yep.
30 even.
Oh wow. Okay, so basically,
No ghost.
it can't get away from you. You get your capture stream on it,
Mhm.
and you hit the cage or the trap,
Boink!
sucks it down in, and you caught one of the ghosts.
Yay!
Yay.
All right.
One down.
So you can fold that trap because it is now officially used.
Steve kind of gets up, and he's like, "Oh, hold on. I got something from the main office. I've been tweaking it. Let me try this." He goes over and he has the PKE meter, and he pulls out of his pocket a USB port, plugs it into the bottom of the PKE meter.
Huh. We got it. Those have USB ports?
Well, they do now. That's what I was installing in this one. And he plugs the USB port into the ghost trap. And as he clicks it on, it actually gives a readout of what you just caught. So
Ah,
instead of scanning it,
Sweet.
right.
you just transfer it. So once you catch it, now you can find out what it is. And this seems to be some sort of poltergeist. It is.
Oh, out of prison
Hi,
here.
Simon.
Hey, Simon.
Hey, Simon!
Why?
It's a flyby hello. There's busy at work
Oh,
tonight.
okay. Well, glad you stopped by.
Hello.
This is a class 5 ectoplasmic. It's basically mindless, so it's just a ghost. You do notice that it matches a description that's in Tobin's Spirit Guide. So this thing is called Der Trunkenbold, which is German for drunk.
Huh.
And what it is, it's a gluttony ghost
Mhm.
from Germany that all it wants is beer and sausages.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Okay.
So apparently it's been attracted to the Oktoberfest. It must have been in the area or brought here by somebody on accident, but it got attracted here and it's just been having fun.
We just trapped a German ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one.
So
Let's take it back to Germany and let it free.
Avita Jane.
Alfredo, Shane.
So you guys capture that ghost, and as you do, the crowd starts clapping, cheering, yeah, like, yeah. And just then you hear some shouting from another direction.
We're swimming.
Grab the trap. Let's go.
Onward.
Here
So
we
you guys
go.
run that way. And as you get over there, you see basically 2 vendors are about ready to be in a fist fight in between their booths. And people
Okay.
are trying to like break it up and stop, but nobody knows what to do, especially since one has a meat cleaver and the other guy basically has an aim of flame and a
Oh.
long like stick.
Yep.
Like a kind of like a where you put hot dogs on,
Right.
but it's like real long and flat.
Mhm.
And they're kind of like facing off. And he's like, I did not sabotage your sales. Well, what'd you do to my cash box? And he's like, I didn't touch your cash box. So they're having some sort of argument as you run up. And they look like they're kind of moving around.
We're-
Whoa,
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Whoa.
Now, do you still have your ectovisor on? Or
Yes.
did you lift it up?
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay. And Steve is running up with the PKE meter, kind of sweeping for valences around the area. So you guys go up, like, whoa, trying to break it up. The crowd parts are like, oh, the Ghostbusters are here.
I'm
Do
gonna.
they settle fights too?
I'm going to launch into an oratory on détente between cooks in the presence of ghostly manifestations.
Okay. All right. So you guys are like, whoa. And then Serling starts up with this like prepared speech about proper etiquette when you're dealing with ghosts and arguing chefs. So go ahead and roll your oratory. Everything okay?
Okay, Bubba, if you joined into the... They're shouting on the other direction now.
Oh, all
When you
right.
get there, there's 2 vendors
Mhm.
about to go at it. One has a meat cleaver, and the other one has a
27.
beam of flame and like this big long like spatula spear kind of thing.
Mhm.
And the crowd is like, I don't know what to do. Well, you guys run up. They start shouting, and Serling launches into this prepared speech about etiquette between chefs when there's ghostly presences about. So,
27 no ghost.
okay, 27 no ghost. All right. So basically, he starts this oratory. The 2 guys are like, "Who's this?" Well, now it's interesting. Really? And then one guy puts his meat cleaver and kind of puts it down, like, oh, okay, I see. And the other guy kind of like puts the aim of flame on his thing and actually like takes the stick and leans on it. And he's like, did you know that? I didn't know that. Oh man, we messed that up. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to call you that. It says right there in the rules I shouldn't have. Yeah. What about this ghost thing?
Now, has anyone seen a ghost in the immediate vicinity? We've caught one already.
The whole crowd, there's like 30 people around. You see like 15 people raise their hand.
Okay, where?
And they all talk at once. Well, there was one.
Who's my dog?
15 people pointing in different directions.
Bubba points to where we were just at.
Okay, thank you. Be calm, as you were. We got a handle.
And Steve's like, it's here. And you see the P gamer.
I'm looking around to see if I can.
Did you say you're missing your money box?
Well, yeah, my cash box is misplaced. It's gone. It's
Where
not
was
there.
it?
It was right over here. And he walks over and he points to it. It was right over here.
Steve, go swipe that. Go scan that.
And he's like, oh, okay. And the guy's like, it wasn't there a minute ago. He looks at the other vendor. It wasn't there a minute ago. I told you I didn't take it. He's like,
On the rules, 37B, you should know that poltergeist, like he said. Yep, 37B, subphrase 4.
You hear any of that with him? No, I don't know what he's talking about. Steve kind of sweeps it and he's like, oh yeah, there's a ghostly presence here. Just then, you hear this ominous laughter kind of from everywhere. Yeah.
No wonder they're pointing in all directions.
And everybody stops. Everybody stops and goes. And just then, you hear that laughter and...
I never did turn my proton pack off.
Okay. You see something come up from behind one of the booths, like this dark cloud shape, kind of laughing, kind of comes up, swoops over everybody, and kind of goes down toward another aisle.
Chase
So
after it.
if anybody wants to
After-
get a shot off, you
Alright.
can, but it's going to
Yep.
be target number of 30 because it's moving pretty quick.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Okay.
You know me.
I spent 2 brownies.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, these two boys should do it. I'm kind of a
I'm
little on the
gonna
low
do-
in the mood.
Come on, no ghost. Okay, no ghost. 6, 12.
3.
23.
Uh, I'm going to use 8.
How many dice do you roll?
I rolled 8
Okay. All right.
because I may have spent 2 brownie points also.
Yeah. Okay. So 40 for you?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, wait. I get 3 extra dice.
You spent brownie points and didn't use them?
I did. I spent 2 brownie points, but I forgot shooting stuff is my...
51.
Yeah, shoot,
no
that was my
ghost.
skill too.
Wow. Okay.
That was an expensive shot.
And no ghost, by the way.
Yep.
40 no ghost.
9, 1, 34.
Okay.
There we go.
So ha 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 kind of flies over and all of a sudden it's like and he goes, oh my god! Starts trying to zoom up and it's leaving a smoke trail.
Right?
And you hear, oh my god, that hurts. Oh, and it kind of fades off. But you guys can chase after it if you
I'll
want.
definitely chase after it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
you guys start running after it. You follow around the corner and it looks like it's going to, there's a vendor
Mm-hmm.
and there's a whole line of people and they're getting burgers and like, oh man. And he's got a jar there. It says Burger Master. And you notice they're putting these little wooden tokens, like put a token.
Mhm.
And he looks like he's got quite a few tokens. And he's just like, good, right? Yeah. This thing kind of comes down, swoops up, takes everybody's like everybody all at once, their burger just kind of like falls on the ground at like he just swatted it out of their hand.
Okay.
Hey! And you see the guy like, what happened? What? And all of a sudden, all the burgers, he's got some big, thick burgers and some brats on his grill. They all stand up.
Crap.
And you notice they kind of like the burgers kind of stack, so there's two, and then the Bratwurst kind of arms and legs, and they kind of like look
Burger
like
golems.
zombies, little zombies about that tall, kind of like moving, jumping down on the
What
ground,
kind
looking
of
at moving
picnic
at
food
people.
hell is this?
As it does, you notice one of the ketchup bottles is kind of like squirting in random directions. So it's like people are getting hit with ketchup, and it's like, oh! So it looks like this
horror
weird
scene.
zombie movie
Right.
that's going on. So you see that, and people are kind of freaking out and stepping back.
Metalocalypse.
So
Is the ghost still in the area?
you don't see him. Serling, you can use your ectovisor and you kind of look around.
Yep.
You're like, ooh, you see something about 2 booths away around the corner. You see a shape of something
Mhm.
behind the wall, and then it looks around, and you see a ghost, and it looks like he's from like the late 1800s Germany, and he's kind of like got the mustache, thick mustache, kind of this here in the German kind of 1800s kind of aristocracy kind of clothing.
Mhm.
Kind of looks around the corner, and he's got this wicked, almost like a Joker grin. And he's like, Then he kind of sneaks back, but you can tell he's still hiding there.
2 booths over, right behind.
I go around.
Going.
Okay.
And I'll go the other direction.
Okay, so you guys are going to kind of get
Yep.
him in a pincher move.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Steve is basically like, I'll handle this. And he's got a proton, he puts his PKE meter away, and he's like, Bubba,
Mm-hmm.
you hungry?
There's always, brother.
He hands you a bag of hamburger buns, and he's like, smorgasbord.
I don't need no damn buns.
Zombies. The top burger does the like bends.
I'm hungry.
They got
They all
that
start
Mexican
running.
condiment set.
The other way, doing the little as they run away from Bubba. And the ketchup is like the ketchup and mustard are in those big jugs where you get the push button.
Yeah.
Right.
And they kind of do the start squirting you with ketchup and mustard.
Oh, I'm gonna grab
It's like this. Ah,
Grab him and
some
sling
weird
him like
Godzilla movie.
sling him like pistols.
kind of bust off the tops.
Okay. Yeah. You bust off the tops and they fall, and one of the tops kind of like tink, 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 tink in front of this other bottle of barbecue sauce, and the barbecue sauce bottle like looks down and passes out. Like it's decapitated. Okay. So you can chase down the burgers
Yep,
as long
I'm
as you
gonna
want.
go. I'm gonna go eat stuff.
Yeah.
Bubba will be the next Slimer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Steve is like, oh, one of them dropped a leg. That's really good. Anastasia, what are you gonna do?
I'm following with these other two.
Okay.
Which one you going with? Because we're splitting up. I'm going around this way and he's going around the other way.
It's behind the tent.
We're not going straight down the lane. We're going out and around.
I'm going to stay at the other side of the tent in case he tries to emerge.
Okay.
So stay where you are.
Stay where I'm at.
Okay. So you guys kind of move around. You know, you see people are like, yeah, like doing the moving out of your way, and you see someone. Hey, it's the. Shh. Oh, sorry, it's the Ghostbusters. You sneak past. You guys get to the other side, and between you, you see that tent, and you, with your ectovisors, can see him kind of like peek around again. Duck back. You just see this black shape, like a thick shadow.
Well, I'm waiting for Sterling to shoot to know where to shoot because I know
When
he's
you
got
see the black shadow, you just can't make out what it is.
right.
He can actually see what it is.
Right.
Right. Same thing.
Right.
So you
Another
guys get up
German ghost.
I say, rock paper scissors. Ready? One.
Just shoot it.
All right, fine.
there. So he's like, rock, paper, scissors, just shoot it. And the ghost actually does the. And
Smile at
it's
the
gonna
camera.
Run around to go away, and then sees you at the end, like, and he just Oh,
I'm ready to shoot. Wrong move, mother.
okay. So you're gonna shoot,
I
right?
take aim and say, well, wait for the flash.
Okay. Now, everybody make a brains check.
Okay.
That's impossible.
Your target number is going to be 5 because this is basic training stuff.
19, no ghost. Oh, you did lose a dice, didn't you?
Yes.
6, 12,
All
13,
right, well,
14,
I got
16.
it.
No ghost.
14, no ghost.
Okay.
16, no ghost.
Okay. You guys know at the angle that you're at, you're going this way, you're going this way, and she's coming this way. If you miss, you're going to cross the streams.
Oh, shit.
So you're either going to have to make sure you hit, or if you don't, or somebody rolls a ghost, it could be very bad.
No. What do we
Unless
have
you
to?
want to reposition yourselves.
We got him in sight, though. If I reposition, I might lose him. So, but I will.
I'm
How
gonna
would-
I'm gonna stay by you, and go slightly to the right and stay by you.
So you're going to move over to
Yeah.
Jack's side.
Jack's side.
So at least you two are facing this way.
Yeah.
Okay, you see them doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you shoot, you could, but again, if anybody rolls a ghost or fails, you're going to cross the streams. So you can either elect to hold off.
I'll let them shoot first.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
shoot first.
What do we need to hit?
You are going to make sure you don't cross the streams, you're going to need 20.
Oh, shit.
So if you want to spend brownie points, you're more than welcome to. And Sterling, you have a ghost trap, but it's full. So you can't use
Yeah.
it.
I got a trap.
But you're also firing. So if you put him in a containment beam, you might not be able to.
She's got traps, too, though.
Well, she's firing too.
17.
So
24, no ghost.
21, no ghost.
okay, good. So it looks dicey there for a minute. You're like, yeah, pull back, shorten your stream. But you guys hit him, and it kind of obviously does some damage to him.
Right.
Let's see. He is this one. Oh yeah, it definitely did some damage to him, and you see him kind of like shout out. It looks like the cloud goes away, so you can see him now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's almost very translucent. And he kind of like and starts to move away as fast as he can, but he doesn't look like he's moving as fast as he was.
Serling, shoot him. Is it moved?
Eight, no ghost.
Ain't no ghost. You zap, but it goes a little over him.
Mm.
So you needed a 10. So basically it went right over him, scared him. So what do you guys do?
Reshoot him.
Shoot him
Reposition
again.
and shoot him again, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can start chasing.
Okay.
You two make a brains check, target number of 5. This is also basic training stuff.
5, 9, 10, 15, no ghost.
5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Myself, no ghost.
Okay. You know this thing is weakened. One more shot would probably do him, weaken him enough to trap him. If you guys both fire, there's nobody to deploy a trap. So you might want to decide who's going to shoot. and
You're
who's
gonna
gonna throw the
shoot,
trap.
I get the trap.
Fair enough.
And then Serling can get the other containment stream.
Yep.
Serling, get ready for the containment stream, Serling.
Okay. So go ahead. Who's shooting him? Jack?
Shooting.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
6, 7,
Need a 10.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No ghost.
So you zap him and you notice he's weakened. You can just immediately
Good
put
job.
him to containment. Now, Serling, you can
Hit him
shoot.
with a containment stream, Serling.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. It's 16, no ghost.
Oh, nice. Okay, and then
Deploying the trap.
Yep, you can throw it out there.
Yep.
Just make a moves roll, so don't roll a ghost.
Roll a ghost.
Please
this-
don't roll a
oh,
ghost.
roll that-
Crap.
nice.
Ooh.
This is when Elizabeth gets her
Jinxing you?
butt whooped.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. 6 and a ghost.
Hey, you rolled a ghost. I love it.
Every time.
Okay. So basically, you roll the trap and it hits a big chunk of dirt and flips over, but it's right under the ghost. So it's not gonna
Open
it's gonna open to the
sideways.
side.
Yeah.
So you need
Towards
to get
which one of us, Sterling or me?
it, Let's see.
His Sterling, we're both across from each other.
Yeah. Towards Sterling.
Don't suck Sterling in.
So somebody's gonna have to go out there and straighten up the trap.
Well,
So you guys have that. You do notice that Steve is not far away. And Bubba, you've grabbed a couple of these things, and you notice that as you start to and they're like flailing, they all kind of fall apart. And the ones on the ground just drop to the ground. It's just a hamburger you have now. 2 hamburgers. Okay, so you eat that. Steve's like, oh, they must have caught it.
Steve, we need a trap.
They might come back from the dead.
He's like, Bubba, you got a trap?
Yeah,
Come here.
I'm all covered in grease.
He's like, please don't tell anybody about this. He grabs for your belt and like takes it off your hip.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's sauerkraut. He throws his. So let's see. His moves is 3. Okay. 11, no ghost. So he throws his, and it's like shuffleboard. It actually knocks hers out, and then it lands wheels up. His is right underneath, and he hits Bubba's, and he hits the pedal, sucks in the ghost. He's like, all right. Right.
Bubba Trap's been used.
Oh.
Right.
Yeehaw.
Plugs in the PKE meter, plugs it into the ghost trap, and it basically says it's a class 3, which is an unidentified person, ectoplasmic and intelligent. So he's like, okay, but it has a picture of what the ghost looks like. So he's like, well, maybe we can do some research and find out who this is.
I'm getting a lot of wet knives.
I bet it's one of the dead LARPers.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
What does it look like?
Like this?
He shows you on the PKE meter. German aristocrat from late 1800s. Or
Well, it look
1900s.
like some LARPer.
I don't know.
At least not what they were talking about.
Who's bringing over all the German ghosts then?
Well, it is Oktoberfest.
They're just attracted to.
Maybe it's a vengeful spirit who never won the contest and wants to have his revenge.
Nah, it couldn't be that simple.
Just then, you guys hear Arthur and Hugo coming up.
Yeah.
Like through the crowd. What did you catch him? Did you catch some ghosts? Or
Show him
what?
the picture there, Serling.
Right, he's
Or, I
like,
mean,
Tell us about this here feller.
he's like, well, and Hugo's like, I know him.
See, I told you.
I'm sorry you had family members pass away. It was a
No,
horrible
no, that
thing.
was him. He's like,
Oh.
that was not me. It was not my family. Nobody died in my family. He gets all defensive about it. Hugo's like, I know this man. There was stories about him in my family tree. He was a noble from 1900s or something, like an aristocrat.
That's an old tree.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
it in your front yard or in the back?
My goodness, stop talking. He says, this was my great grandfather, Adolphus Blumfeld. He was the burgomaster of a town, a large city in Germany. And somehow this guy was always like arrogant and thought he was the greatest thing. And from what I understand, he tried to play a prank on my grandfather to humiliate him. Well, it backfired. And my great-great-grandfather Adolphus exposed him for it and kind of made him the laughing stock of the town.
You pulled his pants down?
I don't know what. And they never said what it was, but apparently he swore revenge on the burgomaster of that town, which was my great-great-great-great-grandfather. And now I think he's trying to get revenge on me, like a descendant.
Yeah.
Steve's like, that is very possible.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Well,
like,
let's open it up and ask him.
it's also very possible you have a burgomaster contest going on. He's like, oh yes, whoever has the most tokens and gets voted the most wins a $2,000 prize. And he's like, all these vendors, do they have? He's like, oh yeah, they all wear ribbons. You notice that they all have burgomaster ribbons, like old-fashioned ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, if you're wearing a ribbon, you're in the competition. And
And you're a target.
The little token jar on that vending thing says future burgomaster.
Ah.
And he's like,
Yep.
and I think he thinks these are all burgermasters from the town.
Mm-hmm.
So he's confused. Okay, well, what was his name? He's like, I'd have to. Well, hold on. Then he gets on his phone, and he like texts his sister. He said, what was that guy's name? Baron von Schlitz. What's his name?
Like in Schlitz beer?
Yes, Baron von Schlitz was his name, and he's like, that's the guy. I'm like, well, okay, we caught him. And
He's
just
still
then,
around.
just then you hear somebody give a high-pitched scream. Thank you.
Must have been good.
And as you hear that, you look over and you see a very, how would I describe it? You see a very panicked bear and a goat
Huh?
and a bunch of people running at you. And the bear and the goat look frightened. I don't
Like
know
an
how to
actual
describe it.
bear?
Yeah, an actual
And a
bear
goat.
and an actual goat. And they look super frightened, running with the crowd. And the crowd is freaking out, running away from them.
Right.
And you notice they're like, don't leave me alone. So they're like following people.
Right.
And as they do, you notice there's 3 figures coming from that direction into the RenFaire.
Well, I
And-
will run towards the bear.
Okay. Well, as you run towards them, you see the 3 figures coming out of the wood line into the RenFaire. One is this huge, muscular, barbarian-looking dude, and he's got like the helm. He looks like Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer.
Oh,
He's got
Jesus.
this really cool helmet with the horns that come around.
Mhm.
Huge battle axe. He's got the loincloth, the chest plate, like with the bear muscles, fur boots, and he just comes in and he actually swings at somebody and just misses them.
Oh, geez.
And these guys look a little more solid than the other 2 ghosts.
When he swings at someone, I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
Because no.
Yeah. Well, there's a crowd in your way.
Oh crap.
So you
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
behind them you see a very athletically but kind of hourglass figure female. She's wearing like leather pants, high knee-high boots. They have like a green and brown like leaf motif going on. She's got like a leather jerkin that's kind of open down to here, you know.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
And she also has like the archer's glove and a bow and arrow and a quiver. And she's very beautiful, but she has these long pointed ears.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of drawn back at somebody in the crowd. And when you say get out of the way, you see her kind of look at you.
I was like, get out of the way! Because I'm trying to aim at the same
Next
time.
to them is a guy. He's got a book open in front of him. He's got a long like robe with some like scroll work, like weird runes on it.
Mm-hmm.
He also has a wide-brimmed hat that's kind of pointed but lopped over to the side. He's wearing spectacles. He's got a little bit of a beard, but not like a big long beard. And his eyes seem to have this weird glow, like golden glow. And as he's walking up, he's got a staff that he's walking with, and he looks at the book, looks up, and he points the staff, and it looks like he's going to point at somebody. And it starts going up like this smoky glow. And as he does that, and you say, get out of the way, he kind of like moves towards you as well.
I'll take it.
Okay. So what are you going to do? The crowd is still kind of moving. If somebody wants to try and get the crowd clear or...
Bubba, clear the way!
Try to get
Yeah,
through the
Bubba would be
cloud.
the best
All right,
qualified
I
to
rolled
clear
a
the crowd.
5 on my brains.
Ooh, that's good.
So
What were you
I
trying to do?
recognize that they're characters from that cartoon,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm like, oh, I know who these guys are. Anyway, I still have a bunch of the meat. I've gathered all up, and I'm gonna run out, clear it away, and I'm gonna basically throw the meat at the bear to stop them, the goat, from chasing everybody.
Because everybody knows
Yeah.
that goats
They're
love
not-
hamburgers.
You can tell with a roll of 5, they're not chasing anybody. They're running with everybody.
Okay.
They're actually frightened too. But people are like, it's a bear. The bear's like, don't leave me.
I'm a bear, I'm scared!
Yeah, it's kind of like if he could stand up and do the Humphrey thing. he
Yeah,
would.
I'm for the bear.
Well, I'm gonna take that meat as I
For those who remember who Humphrey the Bear is.
I'm gonna like throw the meat over the way so maybe they'll go off that way
Okay.
out of the crowd. And as I'm running through, I'm going to use my bullshit roll, and basically it says, "Out of the way! I'm with the dungeon master. We're gonna defeat Venture. Out of the way!"
Okay. So you're gonna do
So
that.
basically to clear the path.
Okay.
Just yelling and screaming and.
And Sterling, were you gonna try and use oratory to do kind of the same thing?
Effectively, yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do, or what do you want to say?
Mm.
And are you talking to the crowd, or are you talking?
Stooping, I'm talking at the crowd. Stoop down and scatter.
Okay. All right. So both of you roll
26.
26. All right. We'll see which one they listen to most.
Point two, no ghost.
Okay. And what'd you get? 20, 26?
26.
Okay. So yeah, basically, they're like, the crowd is, you throw the meat, get out of the way, I'm with the dungeon master, and we're gonna face Venger. And you hear a couple fanboys with like 80s t-shirts are like, Venger? Where? They kind of stop running to look around. A bunch of the other people kind of do spread out.
I'm like getting out.
When
of
you
the way.
say that, the ones who are kind of like stuck in the middle, you notice they go flat right when he throws the meat. So most of them face plant into a hamburger patty or a brat, and they're just like, "Oh, well, this ain't so bad."
This ain't so bad.
So as you do that,
Dungeon Master's pretty good as a burger master.
so basically you do that, and the three characters notice you guys a lot more. The girl still has the arrow, and then she kind of like points over at you, Elizabeth, like sees you and like, I'll take her out. And then the barbarian, as you kind of run up,
Yeah.
he kind of like, you hear that tighten his grip,
Right.
and he kind of hunkers down, and he starts to charge you.
Yeah.
And the wizard keeps his staff on you and is going to do something.
Okay.
So, let's see. Yeah. So they're going to move first.
Okay.
Anastasia, the female elf, is going to fire her arrow at you.
Mm-hmm.
Wing. Okay. She's gonna get 27. So if you want to
Shoo!
dodge, you can try and roll 27 or better. See if you make it.
You have to spread some brownies here, kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Six, 7.
Oh man, it's a lot of ones and twos.
8, 9, 10, 11, 17. It's okay.
Now, one thing about brownie points, you can't just keep rolling until you make it. You have to,
Shoot.
after the first time, you have to declare how many points you want to spend. So you can't just keep rolling and then say, I spent that many brownie points. Just say,
Well, I'm declaring up to 4.
okay,
All I got most is 17.
okay,
No ghost.
all right, that's fine. So she lets fly this arrow. You try and move, and it hits you right in the shoulder.
Oh,
But as it does, you notice it just kind of, and you feel it kind of push, but it doesn't hurt, and it's slime. It just kind of, and your whole arm is like right up here is all slimed. So you are going to lose 1 point off of your moves for now.
Temporary.
Yeah, because your whole arm and side is all gummed up, so it's like, oh, this is and it splatters down here. So gripping anything is kind of hard until that wipes off.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all that happens. Rob, let's see, roll a d6 for me.
3.
That's appropriate. You see the staff fire this weird ethereal beam, and you're like, oh god, and it hits you and it washes over you, and you feel like you're like real lightweight for a second, and then all of a sudden your perspective changes. Instead of being up here, really close to the ground.
Oh no!
And as everybody looks over, Jackrabbit is a rabbit. But he's an anthropomorphic rabbit, so he's up on his back feet. He's got the little tiny proton pack with the wand. And he's like,
I look up and say, we gotta go with these guys.
you just see the yeah. So he's like, oh, okay, you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be that way for roll d6
6.
for 6 turns.
Oh,
You're gonna be a
God.
rabbit.
Shit.
You still have your facilities,
Right.
but
Can I
you're-
still fire a proton pack though with bunny hands?
you you can, but it's
So cute.
it looks like somebody
Like Peter
just let off a
Cocktail.
sparkler.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a
Damn it.
Sparkling and like eggs and candy.
I'm gonna put my wand back
Yeah,
and just stand there all pissed off.
yeah.
One
One of your
pissed off
pins
rabbit.
down.
Yeah. The
Thumping,
cutest
like,
pissed off you ever
doing the
seen.
thumper thing.
Yeah. Tick, tick, tick,
Okay.
tick, 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 tick.
So the barbarian is gonna charge at you,
Yeah.
and he's rearing back. What are you gonna do?
All right.
Punch him.
First, I'm gonna kind of like try and dodge and stuff, but I'm gonna be like, look, I know you're all grown up now, kid. It's a little kid.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Oh no, same idea, same
Oh, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know you're all grown up now, kid, but that lightning took you out, and Venture's taking control of you. You gotta break free from this LARPing thing. You're dead.
time. Get a real life, you
Roll-
loser.
Roll your
Oh.
bullshit.
Two. There's 5. 15 actually. No ghost.
You shut that out, and as he goes to swing, you notice he kind of like lowers for an instant and like catches himself. Like
We gotta get
He's
to the roller
confused.
coaster.
he's confused, and then he kind of like pauses, and he's gonna half-heartedly swing at you.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can hit. No, he swings and it just kind of whizzes past you, but he's still watching you as he does it.
Yeah. Well, they'll still like dodge, but
And he's like,
we gotta get to the roller coaster.
and he starts to look around. Okay, we'll go back to you. All right.
Your wife just came on.
Hi.
Oh, hi,
We're
sweetie.
killing babies, and I got turned into a rabbit.
Hi, sweetie. Okay, so next turn it would be you guys.
Okay, seeing how that.
Don't hump me.
That's what all rabbits do.
Next.
I'm feeling very emotional right now.
There goes Peter Cottontail.
Tail. Heading up to the potty trail.
So what do you guys do? You notice he shouted that out about being, hey kid, we got to fight Venger and get back to the roller coaster. And the barbarian suddenly is like, what? Kind of looking around a little bit, like thrown off. And Jack Rabbit is now a rabbit. He is now Jack Rabbit. So
Literally.
what do you guys do?
I'm gonna try my oratory to try to talk them down, saying essentially, you've been ghosted. You are in the wrong world. You've got the wrong costumes. You've got everything wrong. Not your fault, but it's just wrong, and we got to stop this.
Playing Vampire the Masquerade. and
Yeah.
we're doing Ghostbusters.
LARPing is not wrong.
Still wrong. Ooh, I'm gonna go hit that guy. All of a sudden, the seed packet hits him in the head.
18 no ghost.
18 no ghost. Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. The archer kind of like does the same thing, like look at you and kind of like draw a bow and kind of hold off for a second. The wizard looks at you, points the staff. Roll a d6 for me. Two.
Oh no!
So basically, you're like, you're wrong. And you shrink, and you're basically a pig with a trench coat.
Now we know how buried the goat was.
Oh, it's true. Yes, you're pig.
So yeah, you're kind of like Oh,
Blinkers.
yeah. You're got your little trench coat and your little rubber tie, little proton pack. But yours is a little tougher with the hooves.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, clack, clack. So,
Well, I'm just gonna have to start squealing and running around them, around in between the legs and everything, just
Give me a painkiller.
okay, you start
Causing-
doing that.
causing total chaos.
Yeah,
Pain
you
reliever.
start doing that.
Excuse me, not killer. That's a whole other thing.
Oh, and roll a
But
d6 for me.
I don't have a frying pan, but I have time.
5.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Doodle.
So, Anastasia, what were you gonna do?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Giving a rabbit some
Medication.
Okay.
rabbit pills.
Yeah,
Aren't you supposed to give those?
I will in a minute.
those are rabbit pellets.
Yeah.
There's the difference.
Leave them in the woods.
Whoops. I dropped something. Here I am.
Bobby said, "Squeal."
Squeak! Hey, now you looking pretty cute there. Gonna grease you up with that WD-40.
Put him in the WD
He did
40.
say he likes slapping pigs.
Oh
That's
God.
right. I'm distracted.
All right.
And this
So,
one knows my name.
Anastasia, what do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know really what to do. That's the problem. My arm's been crippled. Can't really exactly use my proton pack. Even if I
Well,
do a roll,
You
it's
still
just-
can. You're just not as.
Yeah.
You're just one dice less.
Yeah, which moves was 2. I'm down to a 1.
Ooh.
I'm kind of shot.
Well, you also have other talents, don't you?
Just sling shooting. The animals. Paranormal research, that's it.
Animals.
Well, I won't help on them, but paranormal research, you could roll that and see if there's anything you've encountered about these types of ghosts before.
Gonna have to with these brains.
Now don't forget you're getting an extra 3 on top of that.
Yep.
For your talent.
Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 15, 20. No ghost.
Okay. Well, with your paranormal research, it sounds like these ghosts are ones that had a traumatic end and haven't crossed over yet because they maybe don't realize it or they don't know how.
Uh-huh.
So there are ghosts like that. They don't realize that they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when he said something about the kid and he was trying to talk to him, you did see a couple of them, like barbarian. Maybe the elf like faltered a little bit, like, "What are you saying?" But the wizard, when he said, "You're wrong, you're doing it wrong," it seemed to set the wizard off. That's why he, oh no,
Yeah, I know this system.
yeah, I'm the rules marshal, man. So you do know that.
Mhm.
So you might be able to use something like that. Steve runs back to the ectomobile.
I'd leave too, Steve, if I were you.
Yep.
He just turns and bolts back to the ectomobile.
Okay.
So he'll be gone for a couple rounds. Okay. So next round, you are still a rabbit. What are you going to do? Now, if you want, I will allow you to make a cool check. Target number of 25. And you might be able to will yourself back to normal.
Oh no, I'm gonna stay as a rabbit
No,
until it's done.
I was liking that.
Yeah, I'm gonna run around for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go- I'm
you can
going
do
to
that
go-
too if you wish.
I'm gonna run up to the sorcerer and just start humping the crap out of his foot. Turn me into a damn rabbit, you son of a gun. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna be gross looking rabbit.
Yep.
He kind of sees you running up, and it's like, aw. He just kind of knowingly looks down at you and the pig running around.
I'm not gonna run right up and do it though. I'm gonna run up and just look at him and give big bunny eyes, like, "Love me."
Okay. He basically squawks a little bit like, "Ah!" You see the archer suddenly turn around with an arrow towards you,
Right.
and she kind of draws back and just kind of looks at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna hump my way around the side of him, so his legs blocking the shot.
Okay.
that Puss in Boots look.
That just
So
keep
she pulls
keep
back and
going.
you move around humping.
Yeah.
He's like, she just gonna, oh. So he flips some pages in his book, and you're running around between them.
Between their legs, around their ankles,
Yeah.
it's just all
So you're
three.
trying to. When she moves, she almost trips over the pig. And she's like, "What the? Oh, he's so cute." So the wizard flips a couple pages, and he is basically going to point his staff down at you again.
Can I dodge?
You can try and dodge. So roll his an opposed check. Whoever gets higher,
Moves, right?
huh? Moves.
Does he get a bonus being a rabbit?
No.
It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No ghost. Excuse me.
21 and a ghost.
Holy
Oh.
crap.
Zap.
Yeah, but he got a ghost. So
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's,
that's
good for him.
That's his
Right.
benefit.
Roll a d6.
5.
Oh
I
no.
was hoping you'd get that. Okay. He basically points the thing down and zaps you, and you feel yourself change, and then he kind of takes the staff and, like a golf ball or like a croquet mallet, puts
Right.
it down between you and his leg, and so you roll around, and when you come to, you get these big ears. You're a chinchilla, and you're just like, what?
Stuck in a hump, yeah.
Okay. The barbarian is
Yeah.
facing you, and he kind of pauses.
He's like, look, Venture's messing with you, and you're these LARPers got hit by that lightning. You remember that lightning hitting that tree, and the druids have come down and they're keeping you here. You need to go back to the real LARPing world up there in the heavens. That's the ultimate event. That's the ultimate game. All right, I did get a ghost,
Okay.
so 15 and a ghost.
15 and a ghost?
Yeah.
Okay. He starts to kind of like think about it. You see him take the axe and kind of, it does that movie.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that's possible.
Right.
But he puts it on his back.
Yeah.
Kind of stands there for a minute. Looks up, and you see him kind of like lower his head, and where the glowing eyes are, they kind of go dark.
Uh-huh.
And you see him start to glow and like shift. Like inside the glow, it's kind of like he shrinks a little bit, but gets like he's changing shape.
Right.
Just then, you see the Ecto 1 driving through the honk, honk, honk. People are scattering. He pulls up,
Yeah.
not far away, gets out. He pulls out his book of Dungeons and Dragons. Because he's the big geek guy. He's like,
Right.
oh. He runs up and kind of holds it as like a holy symbol, goes up to the barbarian. Oh. And the barbarian kind of like, the glow goes away, and what you see before you is like some 25-year-old guy. He's a little bit chubby. He's got some acne, but he's dressed but it's in like the LARP version of that dude.
Right.
So like the helmet is more like made of a bucket with some foam and some like cardboard
Right.
tubes.
Yeah.
And he's got like the cool belts, and the fur looks almost like maybe so he cut up his mom's fur coat. So he's kind of a chubbier 25-year-old guy, but he looks like a LARP version of the guy you just saw.
Yeah.
And when he does it, he kind of looks, sees this D&D book, and he's like, he actually does reaches out and touches it, and kind of like looks around, looks at you, and looks you up and down. And he's like,
I'm sorry, brother.
and he actually speaks, and it's kind of this echoey. He's like, we didn't make it, did we?
You rolled a 1.
Aww. He just kind of does that. You see, the wizard is running from the horny chinchilla and the pig that he's changed. There's a pig in a trench coat and a chinchilla with a proton pack.
That's a joke there. I don't know what
It's
it is. But
basically
it's right
like
there.
making suggestive movements at his legs So he's kind of running, flipping through pages.
Gonna
of
make
the
him
book.
regret ever changing me into anything.
Hey, out of Prince there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
been a
yeah,
while
that
ago.
was-
Oh, sorry.
Turn off.
Yep.
And then the elf maid
Little
is
Robbie
kind of like looking around. Little
She's
Robbie
loving it.
Foo-Foo.
Yeah.
Now I'm a chinchilla.
Yeah, he's a chinchilla now. She's kind of like trying to draw a bead on the rabbit and the pig, and kind of like
The chinchilla and the pig.
chinchilla and the pig, and
God
she's
dang
like,
it. I earned that
they're
chinchilla.
both so cute, a pig in a trench coat. And then she kind of like pauses, and she remembers and looks over at you, and kind of moves the arrow, but doesn't draw back, but just kind of points it at you questioningly. And she kind of like takes survey. She sees Bubba.
Look at Bubba in the book.
Yeah,
I understand what you're looking right here. If this was LARPing, you cannot change into animals like this. Look at this book.
she looks over and sees you and Steve with the book, and the barbarian as he looks now.
Right.
And you see her kind of like, and get this like, oh man, like this disheartened look.
Yeah.
And she does the same thing, glows and reverts. The funny thing is, she reverts. She's still really cute. She's like a goth chick
Oh,
with the home version of her character, but she's still like really good looking. Whereas he was like the chubby kid playing the barbarian. So you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, she pulled that off really well for LARPing. And she
Got the
just,
big fake ears.
yeah, the ears are like clipped on, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And she just kind of like, and she actually puts the bow and arrow away, and she kind of looks over at the wizard, and he's kind of like looking through his book, and she runs over there, grabs his shoulder, he looks at her real quick, and he kind of pauses, and she slaps him.
Oh, good. Hold still.
Slaps him, and he's like, and he looks over at the barbarian. He gets this like, oh, and you see him change, and he ends up being like this pretty scrawny looking nerdy kid with the glasses.
And a chinchilla humping his foot.
Yeah,
It's just up in his foot.
Just because you changed doesn't mean I didn't change.
yeah. And he's got like the robe that he made at home, that kind of thing. And the book is basically, it looks like a D&D book.
It's different.
It's
Different
like
deal.
the LARP system book that
Mhm.
he's carrying around. And he kind of like looks, and as he does that, you notice yourself, you become normal. So he basically, oh, and then you're there. Hey, dude.
How's it going, sir? Next time, don't turn me into a freaking animal.
And then you kind of like running around all fours like, good. So they kind of pause and they're like, we didn't make it out of that tree, did we?
No,
Nope. I'm
No,
sorry.
you did not.
afraid not.
And the girl's like, we were so wrapped up in the character and we didn't know what happened. We thought we were still in some sort of game. So we just,
Kept on gaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're just starting a new adventure now.
Well, wait a minute. So you guys aren't the ones causing all the problems over here at this event that's going on?
Well, we had two ghosts, and we got them, and
Yeah.
we
they
might
go-
have everything
Yeah,
covered
there
by
were,
now.
we noticed the ghosts over here because, of course, you see them all the time out here when they come through. We saw the RenFaire starting up, and that's what was getting us excited because we could go to town, a village in our minds.
Right.
But there were other ghosts there. There was some guy that we thought, of course, he looked like a noble.
A game master.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or either a game master or some character that we were going to rob or interact with. But he was doing some weird stuff, and we weren't like, he was like messing with people, and we're like, okay, should we do something about that? Because
Yeah, he was an old ghost that had a vendetta, and
okay,
but we've
there was another one that
stopped
was,
him.
there was another one that was just, he just showed up recently, like when they got started.
Yeah.
We didn't know what that was. We thought
Yeah,
it
he
was a
was-
demon, but
He was a class.
he did
He was
was-
class 5, but
he just wanted to drink beer and eat.
We got him too.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we saw all that stuff happening, we thought maybe it was battle. So we came in. I guess.
Well,
It was battle, just not the kind of battle you used to.
Mhm.
Your heart is in the right place, but as well, I don't know. But either way,
Your essence isn't.
Yeah. And Steve's like, you guys did a great job. I mean, as far as LARPing outfits, those were amazing. And they're just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you like that. He's like, yeah, I used to LARP. And he's like, they're like, you did? And he's like, yeah, but that was.
Yeah, but he didn't
a
have
lot."
a tree land on him.
Yeah, I didn't.
yeah. So you're a druid?
Who?
You?
Steve?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I wasn't a druid.
Well, they said you were all druids.
I'm betting that you was a fighter.
No, I was an alchemist.
Ah, that figures. Oh, that figures, eh?
Yeah, I got my butt kicked a lot. And the barbarian kid's like, I would have been there to fight with you. You have my axe. And he's like, that's awesome, dude. But,
Yeah, I'll whoop your butt anytime, Steve. You know that.
not with an axe.
Yeah, if you need it.
Bob was a little crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't crazy. I'm just weird.
Now
Well, I
you're in a
guess
squirrel turd.
It's true that the LARP group disbanded too.
It did a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But you could start a new one.
Well, what? Well, wait a minute.
Steve's like, but not here.
Right.
You need to move on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in the afterlife you're going to find plenty of adventures and plenty of fellow LARPers to hang out with.
You don't want to go where we can take you. Trust me.
Well, let me ask you this: do you want me to pass a message on to your LARPer druid friends and tell them not to give up playing?
Well, yeah, tell them not to give up playing, obviously, but
Okay, but now I always have my video recorder with
Yeah.
me for Elvis. So here, I'm going to record you saying it, and I'll put it up.
as
and
you
record
get
it.
your camera, they're like, well, I guess we could move on. Yeah, it's probably time. And as you kind of like, all right, okay, get the battery back in there, fade away. Don't worry, I got contacts. I'll spread the word.
You do it, Steve.
Oh, you mean you know people? All right. I think, like, you wear
No, he
glasses
wears
all the
contacts.
time.
He always knows what Steve wears contacts.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
You can never find them thick enough.
No, we'll spread the message. Never stop gaming.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, after they fade away, things kind of quiet down. You do see two guys who look like kind of heavy metal dudes looking at each other. And he's like, "You don't look like a bear. You don't look like a goat." Oh God, that's cool. Well, it was cool. It was.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I got
he's
to
like-
hump somebody as a rabbit and a chinchilla.
The goat
Life lesson.
dude's like, goat horns.
Hey, boys!
And the bear's like, oh, I should have humped somebody.
Told you, never lose that opportunity.
So the two owners come up and they're like, whoa, what happened? What happened? You know, the whole crowd.
Well, I humped
gathered
this
to
guy's
watch all
leg.
this. And the RenFaire guy, Arthur, is like, thank you so much for sending them on their way. That's not only is it good for business, but it's good for them too. Good job.
Well, I hate to throw them in a box and throw them in there, and next thing you know, Dungeon Master never get them back on the roller coaster so they can go home.
You need to be really careful
Yeah.
what you bring to the
I
fair.
really
too.
like the acrobat one. She was kind of cute.
Acrobat.
Yes, thank you. How much do we owe? They just kind of look at you puzzled and then ignore you promptly. Who's smart here?
Oh, that's Steve's job to collect the money.
He's like, sure.
I'm like,
And he did get turned into a rabbit.
I'm sorry, I got fleas.
Emperor's New Year. I've been turned into a mule. Can I go home? You're excused.
Excused. Death a cake. I'll take cake. Fine.
So,
Sterling, here's a napkin running in the mud earlier. Hang on.
so basically, you guys give your fee, all the trapping and stuff with a little bit of hazard pay, and they agree to it. Arthur, it seems, doesn't think it was necessary. We could have handled this ourselves. He kind of mutters under his breath.
Oh, we can put him right back. It's not a problem.
Nope,
Yeah.
we're good. Hugo just looks at it, it's like, help pay. Yeah, okay. Hey, Hugo just looks at you guys, cheapskate.
Figured.
Just like his great grandfather, huh?
He's like, nobody died in my. Okay,
No,
maybe that guy died in my
that was the
family.
other guy.
And Hugo's like, no, that was my great grandfather who died.
Oh, that was yours. That was.
Right.
Well, either way,
Okay.
I hope the arrangements are taken care of soon.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Well, wait.
Arthur's like, nobody in my family died. Not.
Probably from being a cheapskate. Excuse me, I gotta go.
It's too expensive to die. This
Thank goodness the Ecto one's right here.
Yeah, actually, when you say that, Hugo's like, "Oh, if you don't have to rush off, yes, by all means. You haven't voted for your favorite burger masters yet.
Well, I haven't tried any burgers yet.
Well, then get in there and try some burgers."
Yeah. Let's.
And he hands you tokens, and he's all like, "Yeah, go in and do that." And as he does that,
And
you notice
we've worked up
Arthur's
an appetite.
infectious is like, and while you're here, we've got axe throwing and archery, and you can do this,
Oh,
you can
right.
do that. So they're trying to get you to stay for the day. Which
Ah, what the hell? We'll
What
take
do you
it.
think? Thanks, you like this hamburger first?
The Forge Guy's
Yep.
place. I rolled a
No,
15.
I like this other one
you
better.
rolled a 15.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, you go over to the swordsman, the blacksmith, and he's actually over there like,
Well, hold on a minute. Before we go into the fair, I'll make sure to take off my pack and
oh yeah,
stuff like that. Put the
Yeah.
equipment away.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah.
You guys walk over to the blacksmith, and he's actually on a bench, comforted by one of his partners in an apron, and he's actually looks like he's been crying. He's looking at the barrel, like the bottom of the barrel. He's just,
Excuse me.
I missed my barrel.
Well, Bubba, I think owes you a new barrel, eh?
Yeah, I'll fix her up. Hold on. Yeah, me.
It was a rogue hamburger.
That was the bratwurst.
Oh, the rock.
Or the worst brought.
Yes, worst brat.
God,
So you actually go through, and you're like, yeah, I can find some wood. Yeah, there's planks of wood around. Blah blah blah. You actually go up to people, and like they have a plank of wood. You're like, you need that? Maybe. You kind of haggle with them, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
So you can scrounge up a bunch of wood. You get some hoops. You
Yep.
get some other things, and you're like, okay, you actually fashion a watertight barrel.
Yep.
And he's like, oh wow.
With a sword mountain dipper.
Yeah, it's actually you made a little groove so you can put the swords in it and hold it in there. And he's like, "Well, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you."
Yeah.
Would
It's got
you?
You got the Ghostbuster lingo on the side though, spray painted.
He's like, "Come back in 2 hours."
Okay.
He'll be drunk by then, but that's fine.
That's fine. That's the best way.
Now I gotta fix this guy's tent too.
I'm gonna go test burgers and
Okay.
brats and things and
Yeah.
drink beers.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign autographs.
You've got the tent, and you're like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Oh, okay. You find a guy who's at the RenFaire, and he's like the guy who makes sails.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of extra canvas. And you're like, hey, can I have that? And he's like, you saved us. Yeah, go ahead. How much do you need? And you actually enlist him to help you.
Oh, all right.
So you make a canvas top for this tent, and it's actually stronger and better than it was before because it's that heavy duty canvas.
Right.
And they're like, wow. And the guy actually like makes the mast with the
I
little
was gonna say we
flag.
can do that working flag.
Yeah, it's like
And it
it's a
tells us-
flag, and they're like, that's awesome. So basically, everybody's getting along. You guys
Yeah,
are having
all
beers and brats and hamburgers, whatever you want. Yeah, you sign autographs, and by the time you leave, you are going to get basically it's a little hand axe. It's not extravagant. It's kind of quickly made, but it is a hand axe, and right where the hilt is, or the shaft where it kind of comes through, is a very crude but almost medieval looking Ghostbusters no ghost logo.
Yeah.
It's got the little feathered cap, and the little handlebar mustache, and that's your gift from the blacksmith.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, as far as serviceable, he's like, don't hit anything too hard with it; it'll probably fall apart.
It's a
But it
wall
looks cool.
hanger.
Yeah, it's a wall hanger.
Oh, all right.
So
He'll probably use it to clean his teeth or shave or something.
yeah.
Could I find like dice or something like that? Because I asked Steve about this game LARPing thing.
Oh yeah, he's in seventh heaven.
Yeah. Tell him about
When
it.
you come out, Steve basically has his beige jumpsuit, a kilt with the whole belt and kit. He's got a cardboard warhammer that somebody sold him. He's also got the No Ghost logo, but he has like the pirate hat, like the tri-corner pirate hat,
Right?
and on the back of it, it has the No Ghost logo. And he's like, yeah, I'm a pirate now. That's pretty awesome. He's got like the cutlass that's made of plastic. So he ends up looking like, dare I say it, Pirate Steve.
Steve!
But he's got the whole pirate motif going on. He's loving it. And he actually found some people who had like role-playing books, and he's like, oh my God, I don't have this module. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy this.
Don't spend all the money we just want.
Oh,
we just
no,
got.
no, it's only $200. It's okay.
Hey!
No, he's like, no, but they do have the Ghostbusters role-playing book, which is like really expensive.
Yeah, that's wow. You need to steal
I
that.
don't want that one. You could just join it and
Yeah.
play it every day.
Yeah.
My goal is to get a pair of lederhosen.
Oh yeah, you'd totally get one. And it's even better. The one in here has the Ghostbusters logo and
The lederhosen
the
does.
later hosen,
Nice.
like right where the buckles are, the no ghost logo, and
I
all
put it
that.
on over my jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So,
look at
and they
this,
make
guys.
they have an authentic pair of later hosen for you.
Ah,
So
yay!
it's like right out of Oktoberfest, and you're basically down in beers. Like I'm in later hosen.
Where's Bigfoot?
The guy who turned into
Oh
the
shit!
guy who turned into a bear is like, okay, no, I'm not Bigfoot. I was a bear.
Barefoot.
I
What about
get
you two?
He was barefoot.
Anything you want for the RenFaire?
I want to look like some of the frauds with the beer, with the dresses,
Oh yeah, okay.
just walking around.
Yeah, you get the dress with the pigtails and stuff.
Yep.
People are like, "That's a Ghostbuster." I'm gonna go ask the Ghostbuster out on a date because you were
Who
pretty
you gonna
built,
call?
right? If I
Yeah.
remember right.
Yeah.
So she's got the cleavage you can ski down and the whole 9 yards and the little short skirt, and yeah, you're like,
even the rest of the team's like, when did that happen? We're like,
Good.
What?
yeah,
Guten Tag, Herr Schulze Weitersinen.
Gesundheit.
What happened?
Where's the bear guy at?
he's wandering around.
Oh no, he's not. We're hanging out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably hang. You and Steve would definitely hang out with
Man,
him.
remember when we were animals? Wasn't that crazy? You could have eaten me. You could eat me now. No, not now.
Sterling, how
But
about you? Anything you?
I'll be doing the food thing, doing the autograph thing, and just kind of enjoying the atmosphere, chomping on my unlit cigar, and
Cigar in
Right.
one hand, giant turkey leg in the
I was
other.
gonna say a turkey leg in the other.
I just-
or stein of beer.
Yeah.
And,
I
Yeah.
just sashay
and,
on Tor Sterling. Beer?
He's got
He's fine.
he's chewing on a cigar. He's got a mug of beer with a turkey leg in his fingers like a cigar.
You're over there dunking your turkey leg in the
Yep.
beer.
Oh,
It's awesome.
no,
Thanks
sausages.
for the
And-
tip. I'm going up.
I'll,
And Steve has probably got his new source book, making up a character from Bubba.
Sitting off to the
And
side.
just like after 5 minutes, this is not going to work.
So, what? Why do we have numbers?
He's like,
All right, so I hit you then. You're the
no,
guy.
no, it's not live action role playing.
I got the axe.
Yeah, yeah. He pulls out his cardboard warhammer. I am so dead, Bubba. We're not doing that.
Oh, all right.
So you guys spend the afternoon and you solve the case and everything's happy and roll in credits.
Woohoo!
But we'll take some dice and put them over by the tree wherever it fell. So,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
In honor of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would definitely do that.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning
Hope you
in.
had
We
fun.
are the Raconteur Society. Make sure to check out our games every Tuesday night. Make sure to check our social medias to know what we're playing next. Did you also know that this year you can come and see us in real life and touch us and do things to us? It's wonderful, yes. We're going to be at the Planet Funk Con at the River Center in Davenport, Iowa on June 28th through the 30th. Out there playing games, having fun, doing panels, and we're going to have a booth. You can come in and talk to us and talk gaming, talk about LARPing, talk about whatever you want to do. We are also returning to the Big River Steampunk Festival. It's in Hannibal, Missouri, August 30th through September 2nd. On Labor Day weekend, we're going to be set up there and roaming around, running Nerf wars and doing all kinds of stuff. And we're also going to be hosting a live game at the Game Arena at 225 Broadway down there. So come, you can actually get tickets to the show, be a part of the audience, and we do interact with the audience a lot.
Oh yeah.
No.
Now it's time for the thank yous. Thank you to Dale for running the game tonight.
Whee!
Thanks to the Dragon's Den for hosting, Mike for his technical prowess and deep pockets, Bobby for doing the editing, and me for being awesome. Aha.
And Anastasia being
And Anastasia for playing tonight. That's right. Gigantic thank you to the people who invented the game, which was West End Games. We wish you were still around. Rest in peace. We missed you. Come back.
But we will bust you if you do.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to see what we're playing next, stay tuned to our social media pages. We will announce there what's being played next. But that's it for us tonight, folks. Again, thank you for showing
Good
up.
night, everybody.
See you again
Night.
soon. Good night.
Seeing you.